Welcome to the Sports Show. Mike, Max, Patrick Royce, Lou Nanny, and Sid Hartman. A lot to talk about. A lot of things have happened this week. Miscellaneous sports, we even leave a category for, but let's start with the Minnesota Vikings. Sydney, I was down in Arizona for that game, and I truly believe in talking to a lot of the players that they came away with more confidence instead of less confidence, even though they lost.
Well, I think this is going to be a great football team next year. They'll get the right tackle back. They'll get the center back.
Maybe.
Well,
Maybe.
I talked to the center. I talked to one of the doctors. He'll be okay. And they'll get all of these guys healthy. And I think they'll be one of the best teams in the league next year, defensively, for sure. The quarterback will be better. They should have won that game. They should at least gone into overtime with that game. The way they missed the clock at the end was unfortunate.
Patrick.
Yeah, well, if they are healthy, but, you know, to pronounce Sid in December that you're going to be healthy next year and foolish football is foolish. Who the hell knows who's going to be healthy the next year? But if you hope to be healthy. But yeah, they're pretty good. I thought they played as well as they possibly could. Once they got 10 down, you thought, okay, this thing's over. But defensively, they holding that team the way they did in the second half was pretty impressive.
Louis, isn't that a direct tribute to a coach? I mean, if he in 3 days, if he can get him to play that hard?
Well, I think he's been doing it all year long, and they know what he wants from them, and he tells them what he needs in those games, and they just follow suit. He's done a terrific job with them. This team is, you know, I think everybody going into the season wasn't expecting them to be a factor in every game the way they are, and they had one bad game. Outside of that, they looked like they could beat anybody any night. So the season's not over yet. I don't know why you're talking about next year, because
I don't know either.
You guys still got some stuff that might happen good this year.
I think they might have found the safety they've been looking for to go with Harrison Smith, that Anthony Harris. I liked him. Now, he got rolled over by Larry Fitzgerald once on a block, but he seems to, I like the way he moves around and comes up and makes some tackles. He'll get lost once in a while, but I think they finally found their other safety.
I got to tell you, though, you know, I was down in the field at the end of that game, and in all due respect to the NHL and every other sport, this NFL has got it figured out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you've got thousands of Viking fans there, and they're pointing, and you've got just enough time in between each play for people to contemplate the next decision and Monday morning quarterback and all those things, and the drama that goes with it, and the way they've set this up. I mean, there's no comparison lately because they've got this time. You've got the time in between each play to think what's going to happen next, and it's just a wonderful game.
Oh, football is so far ahead of every other sport. It's unbelievable.
The quarterback blew it because if he got rid of the ball right away like he should have,
Right, you'd add another field goal.
They'd have probably kicked the field goal. And I think that if they'd have gone into overtime, they'd have won the game.
Well, don't always blame the quarterback.
They were, second half, they were completely outplaying Arizona.
I'm sorry.
Why didn't they roll them out or something, though? What are they trying to, are they trying to score a touchdown?
No, they're going to.
Then what the hell are they doing? Then what are they doing?
Just dump it if it's not there.
And it's funny because beyond that,
I think they didn't roll them out because they didn't know if the tackle could handle the pressure.
It's funny because beyond that, Norv Turner game planned the hell out of that game.
Wasn't that something?
Man, he did a good job, and then all of a sudden at the end, I don't know. Walsh has the same chance to make a 49er as he does a 35-yarder. He's either going to duck hook it or he's going to make it. So, and the way he's been kicking, just kick the field goal. What's the problem?
There's one play people forgot about.
Xavier Rhodes.
The interception.
That didn't happen.
They intercepted the ball, and they were offside.
Oh.
That,
yeah.
Forgetting about all the other plays, the 3 turnovers, that turned out to be the most important.
Didn't he throw the ball because he knew they were off?
The game.
Sid, he knew.
That's
he threw
the thing.
the ball.
I don't know.
He threw the ball because he knew they were offside.
So he knew he had a free play.
That was Rogers does that all the time.
Okay.
He threw the ball because he knew they were
If
offside.
he threw the ball because they offside, that's a different story.
I was talking to an NFL coach, and Xavier Rhodes had a pretty good year, but he said this was long before the other night. He says he never intercepts passes because he never looks to. He said he covers really well. He's physical, he's big, he's strong, but either he doesn't have confidence in his hands or he doesn't think that way. And sure enough, he had
Zimmer basically said 2 weeks ago he doesn't care. He wants him to. Yeah. He wants him to be aggressive and.
But even before Zimmer, he never. I think he's had 1 interception in his career.
I think that those wide receivers were more open against Arizona than they've been all year. Where's Arizona's great defense? They were wide open.
I think Norv, they were prepared to play defense between the hash lines, and Norv made them play defense on the sideline, and they didn't. They were surprised. Right off the bat, they roll out Bridgewater. They haven't done that all year. And
10 different receivers caught balls, I think it was.
yeah,
right?
when Zach Lyon and Rhett Ellison and Matt Asiata start running 25 yards after the catch,
I've
something's
never
going
seen
on.
the Viking receivers so wide open like Wallace in the end zone on that touchdown.
So is Teddy Bridgewater moving in the right direction? There's your million-dollar question.
I think he's done a heck of a job. I don't know. Every time he makes a mistake or a mistake is made, they always go to Bridgewater. On that play, the last play, first of all, he didn't get that much time. The guy beat the tackle. Secondly, they could have kicked the field goal and probably should have kicked the field goal. And yet he's the focal point. I think the guy played a great game, and I think he's moving in the right direction.
That was
I think
his
he's
best game. That was the best game he's played.
But they're worried about him because they think he's. I think he's beat up more than they're telling us. But they also worried that he's, confidence.
How long
So do you
of a
think he
field goal
gained
was that?
confidence from that game the other night, or do you think he's going to
Oh,
play?
yeah, hell
himself?
yes.
He gained a lot of confidence,
played.
just like when they got beat by San Francisco early in the year. He bounced right back. The kids.
How long a field
kids
goal
doing
was
well.
that?
49 yards.
And there's no win there. It's kind of a chip shot for.
I think he might be a better quarterback when they get inside, too. I think
interesting.
he'll be better inside. He's got those little teeny hands and
Yeah.
wearing gloves
Stay
and
warm
stuff.
all the
I
time,
think
go play.
I think he'll like it being warm.
Take a break. Come back. Sports Show.
The Sports Show is brought to you in part by Cambria, makers of quality quartz surfaces. Ticket King. For the best price on tickets anywhere, try Ticket King. Soundpoint Audiology. Life is worth hearing. RSM. This is the power of being understood. This is RSM. BMW of Minnetonka. Choose from 60 certified pre-owned BMWs at BMW of Minnetonka. And Bobby and Steve's Auto World. Go to BobbyandSteve'sAutoWorld.com for huge savings on everything from convenience store items to everything under the hood of your car.
Quality. It's the result of shared values. The joy found in an honest day's work. Respect for true American craftsmanship and the need, not the want, to get things right. It's the result of remembering your roots, being forever humbled by how far you've traveled and forever hungry to push on further. Quality is a result. Quality is who we are. Cambria. Family owned, American made.
You're watching CW-23.
Do you need a car but credit problems are holding you back? CarHop can help with a super low down payment and fast approval. We understand buying a car is a big decision. With a 7-day money-back guarantee and an outstanding warranty, you know you've made the right choice. Fast approval and the peace of mind of a money-back guarantee and a great warranty. Call or visit carhop.com today.
CarHop, cars and credit to go. Cars and credit to go.
Why don't you try this?
Boxed wine, as if.
It's great boxed wine. On tap whenever you want. The Naked Grape, total game changer.
Whoa, that is fresh to the max.
Welcome to the future, Clark. Premium wine that comes from a box. The Naked Grape.
It's Family Leisure's Christmas sale.
Why not get a gift the whole family can enjoy? Pool tables from $14.99. Massage chairs, theater seating, game tables starting at $149. Stay warm with the new sauna, tanning bed, or spa. From our family to yours. Merry Christmas.
An odometer under 15,000 miles and an up to 5-year, 75,000-mile warranty makes it elite. The way it does this makes it a BMW. Introducing BMW Certified Pre-Owned Elite.
Choose from 60 certified pre-owned BMWs at BMW of Minnetonka.
Looking for a nice, big, juicy rack of ribs?
Fabulous chops, huge steaks, and the Buddy Bowl? Then J.D. Hoyt's is the place for you. Hoyt's opened in 1983, and Mike Andrews and his partner John White have kept this Minnesota tradition at the top of the food chain. Managing owner Pat Montague gives us a tour.
At JD Hoyt's, enjoy a relaxed atmosphere, great food, friendly service, private dining room, second to none happy hour, just blocks from the new ballpark.
Located at 394 in North Washington. Locally owned, nationally known. Hoyt's.
JD Hoyt's, downtown Minneapolis this holiday season. It's the one-stop shop for your chops and much more. Steak, seafood. Everybody's a fan of JD Hoyt's, downtown Minneapolis off of Washington. Welcome back to the sports.
Holiday season, that's the time to go down there and make a pig out of yourself.
Absolutely.
On pork chops and the Buddy Bowl,
You
isn't
didn't even
it?
have to apologize, right? You can just
right.
go.
That's right.
Let's move down to the Gophers. Last week you weren't here, Louis. We talked about the Gophers making a bowl game at 5 and 7. What do you think?
Well, first of all, I think they got too many bowls, and I don't mean just for this group. I'm talking about overall bowls. 10 bowls should be enough. I mean, it drives me nuts. But since they have them, they might as well play them. If they get an opportunity to play, they get a couple weeks to practice. Kids get to, you had a lot of kids hurt. Kids get extra time with a new coach. It's worthwhile for the university to do it.
If your kid was on the football team and they had a chance to go to the bowl game
to play Central Michigan,
you would say they shouldn't go.
To play Central Michigan? I don't want him to play. I don't send him to Minnesota. If I wanted him to play Central Michigan, I'd send him to Ball State.
You kidding?
I'd send him to Ball State. I wouldn't send him to Minnesota.
If your kid was on the team and they turned on the bowl game, you'd be the first guy to say, how could you deprive my kid of playing in a game?
No, I wouldn't. I don't want him playing Central Michigan and Detroit.
Well, tell me what's the difference, though, about playing Central Michigan and Detroit now or playing a bad team early in the year that you don't like the exhibition game.
Well, that's because this is supposed to be something that you achieved.
But you have achieved. You're going to Detroit rather than Florida. That's what you achieved.
The kids want to play.
That tells it all right there.
Kids want to play. It's going to help them for next year.
No, it won't.
It's 100% goal.
Okay. The investigation is now complete, and it was a whole lot of stuff, but it really wasn't that much.
What difference does it make as long as they can get 12 days or 15 days of practice?
No, we covered football. The investigation is complete, and what we saw was, a lot of expensive stuff.
Norwood bought a couple of bottles of wine when he was trying to raise money. It was silly.
The unfortunate part of the whole investigation, it cost $800,000 to find out.
I thought they said.
I think it's, but when all said and done, everybody's time, about $800,000 to do that investigation, and they found some improprieties that amounted to, they say $200,000, but really, when you got down to it, they're looking for about $16,000 back or something.
The number one scandal is they let the Twins use TCF Bank for a concert, which otherwise would not have been held.
Yeah, but hold it. What's wrong with that? It was during the All-Star game. The Twins needed help. You want to make a big festivity out of it. So essentially, Norwood said, okay, you can use the stadium.
But what I'm saying is, if he said you can't use the stadium, they wouldn't have had the concert.
Yeah.
Right?
There was nothing
they
to
wouldn't
investigate.
It was a joke.
It's a joke.
It was
Every
a joke.
school in the league has got the same problems. And I think the president's does a great job, but I think he's made a big thing out of this thing. And our newspaper,
your newspaper made a big thing, not the
has
president.
got to investigate every little two-bit thing, and half the times they get it wrong.
Well, they, I'm not blaming the newspaper for the, Kaler's he's got to act like he's serious. He's got to act like
there you go. There's the
he
problem.
got to act like
he's on top
and
of
when
it.
he names Beth Getz as AD, he's going to have to act like this is what he wanted to do.
Absolutely.
Even though he's doing it because it's the politically correct way to do it. He doesn't want to fight the women anymore.
Absolutely. Louis?
We've blown that university stuff so far way out of line.
Okay, last week at this time we talked about the Gopher basketball program hitting kind of a new low by losing to South Dakota. Since then, they've lost to South Dakota State, and last night to Oklahoma State. And I wasn't there before Bill Musselman. I was barely born before Bill Musselman, but I hear about when they used to play in front of half-empty arenas. Patrick, this is going nowhere.
No, hopefully when the Michigan State is here on January 3rd, they'll have 12,000 people. But right now they got 5,000 people. I was there Tuesday and it was a mismatch.
South
Dakota State
without a great player.
South Dakota State was so much better than them, it was ridiculous. As I said yesterday on the radio, listen, if the other team has a 6'2" white guy playing the wing, and I don't want to stereotype here, and he's not your point guard, you know why he's playing?
Because he
can make shots. That's why he's playing. I don't even need to look at tape. Go guard the white guy. He's going to make three-pointers. They didn't guard the perimeter at all.
I got to
That
ask.
is one of the worst coaching jobs I ever saw.
People have their season tickets, but they don't go to see the
Well, are you the one that told me their season tickets are down this year?
Down a little bit, not that much.
Well, they're not going to. I don't think it's good when
Why
people
should
aren't
you go
using
to
it.
see South Dakota play?
That's the point. Well, because you're gonna maybe you want to see a good team.
They played the Denny Sanford game last night.
Yes.
You know, but
That
Oklahoma
wasn't Denny Sanford game.
kind of.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Louis.
The Stanford Health.
It was there, but it wasn't.
But
I'm the guy to push for South Dakota, not Denny Sanford. He never asked for a game. Nothing.
No, but you want to be in good graces.
No,
with a
and that's not the
billionaire.
reason why we didn't know. No, you're missing the whole point because I'm the guy that pushed for both basketball and hockey there.
play
And I'll
Oklahoma
tell you,
State at
and I'll tell you
Williams
why.
Arena.
We have donors down there, and I went down there. We raised some money down there.
Well, the biggest
and
donor
hold
is
it, and hold it,
Sanford.
hold it. Sanford's in Phoenix and La Costa. He's never in South Dakota. Now, the thing is, you got University of Nebraska, Omaha playing hockey close by. You've got Iowa playing football. You got Wisconsin was there last year with a basketball team. I said, why are we missing this market? They should be our market. We're closer to them than anybody, and we don't cater to them at all.
But Sanford
and so
Health
next year
is-
you'll see a hockey game there
But
too.
Sanford Health is the group.
Yeah, that's a group.
that promotes
But that-
the.
well, they
the
got to
game.
promote it because you got
And-
the
and-
building.
promotes
Yeah.
the game.
And by
But
the
that's
way,
why just before you guys think that we're just doing that to, you know, try and entice a donor. No, it's because we want to entice a lot of donors. We want to market that area. We want people to come from South Dakota to our game here.
Should have waited till next year when they got Emir Coffee. You don't want to send that collection down there.
Well, you might want to try Denny. I mean, he's got a lot of money.
Win, baby.
We're not saying
Win,
that.
baby.
It's his birthday today, by
Win,
the way.
baby,
He's
you'll
80
draw.
today.
Yeah, I got quite a party. Tim
Yes, he
McGraw performed.
Yeah, I know. No, Tim
Pentagon.
McGraw didn't party. I talked to him yesterday. I was supposed to be there. But I was
Tim
in
McGraw
Edmonton
was
for
the headline.
No, I'll tell you the headline was. It was Frankie Valli, and I talked to him yesterday. I was supposed to be at the party. I'm telling you the party was.
No, Sanford.
No,
Sanford. Had 80
It
party
was
for his
Frankie
80th birthday.
Valli in the Four Seasons.
Well, what did Tim McGraw do there?
He might have come to have a drink, but he wasn't. He
There's
wasn't.
a hot rumor that Denny's going to deliver a big check here shortly. But you probably don't want to talk about it.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Take a break. Come back.
Win, baby.
The Sports Show is brought to you in part by Escape MSP, the fastest 60 minutes of your life.
Ever wonder, why do I hear but not understand? Scientists at Cambridge University discovered the answer. Inside your cochlea, there are thousands of tiny hearing hair cells. Poor hearing occurs when regions of these hair cells die. Amplifying a dead region with hearing aids makes you hear worse, not better. The result of this study is a hearing clarity breakthrough. Using standard test equipment, dead regions of your cochlea are identified. Then, a new type of frequency-shaping hearing aid is programmed to bypass the dead regions. Only your usable hearing hair cells receive amplification. Brilliant. A local study is underway. 100 citizens with hearing problems are needed to receive this testing and then wear the tiny device for 10 days, recording your results. Call now to see if you qualify. Volunteers may keep the product at a special discount if they desire. Don't miss this opportunity. Call now.
Hi, I'm John Hines. And Bobby and Steve's Auto World is the place you should come for car washes, oil changes, tires, As a matter of fact, anything and everything under the hood of your car. You're in great hands at Bobby and Steve's Auto World, where serving people is the most important part of their business.
Go into Bobby and Steve's Auto World for great savings on all Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. Plus, get $60 on your World Rewards card. Schedule your appointment at BobbyandStevesAutoWorld.com or just stop in.
Welcome back to the sports show. Minnesota Wild, Louis. They were out west. Again, I can't believe how many Minnesota people I met down there that were going to the Vikings, then the Wild game, and I guess it was off the charts how many Wild fans there were on Friday night in Phoenix.
Well, not only Wild fans, if you go in March when the Blackhawks are there, most of the stadium's Blackhawks.
Is that right?
The Midwest, that being Minnesota and Chicago in particular, really go to Phoenix or Florida quite a bit. So you got a lot of people in each of those places, and when you get your home team coming down, they come to the game. And so there are a lot of Wild fans down there, and they're happy to see them down there.
Assess the team.
The team is really a good team. They're playing well. Unfortunately for overtime, they're 1-6.
How come they don't score any goals?
Well,
they're scoring 1 or 2 goals a game.
Patrick, take a look at the scoring in the league. And right now, they're in the middle of the pack and playing the least amount of games. So their scoring is better than it's been. Last year, they were good scoring.
I'm saying the last 2 weeks, they haven't scored any goals.
Well, that's...
And
you're going to go through those
Sid
things.
was talking about Parisi for the last 2 months, that he was the key.
And he scored a big one last night when they beat San Jose.
You were right again.
Let me just say this. He said something earlier. I talked to one of the vice presidents of one of the banks in this town. He said, we used to buy season tickets for every sport. We quit buying them. We have the tickets sitting in, like the Timberwolves. If you bought a season ticket for last year, you couldn't give the tickets away.
Yeah.
If you bought a Gopher Day season ticket, you couldn't give them away. The Wild, maybe yes. The Vikings, maybe yes. Not even the Twins. So a lot of people are not buying season tickets. They're buying individual season.
No, but you're talking about the Gophers.
Yeah, but the Vikings and the Wild are keeping their
Vikings and Wild season tickets are sold.
Yeah.
They're all sold. In fact, you got a waiting list for the Wild season ticket. I know, but we're talking about the Wild now.
But the other thing about the Gophers, both hockey and basketball, is they keep raising the prices.
They're running ads in the paper.
Sydney, they've been over capacity.
I think you're reading old papers.
Sydney.
You got to be reading a few
Ever since July 4th, 2012, when they signed Parisi and Suter, they've been on the honeymoon.
The question is, how much do we raise the prices by? Because they got the tickets. What were you saying, Patrick?
I'm saying you've got Mariucci and you got Williams Arena, and you're asking people to pay premium, expensive tickets with the donation on top. You're going to lose season ticket holders when you're playing Big Ten hockey and you got a bad basketball team.
I agree. How much can that hurt them? Or does the Big Ten Network cover everything and make up for it?
No, as a matter of fact, we lost money because the Big Ten Network doesn't give you any additional money for having the games on TV. It's all part of the package.
Yeah, it's a little misleading, though, right?
Because
you are giving the hockey team is giving value to the Big Ten Network and not really getting credit for it.
But you were still already getting the money.
Either way.
Yeah.
But you are, so, I mean, you are, I know what you're saying.
For instance, Indiana doesn't get less because they don't have a hockey team.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunately for the Gophers, we used to sell our rights to Fox.
Right, to Midwest
now we don't get
Fox,
that. Yeah, you're not getting that money.
Well, a lot of the teams that are in the other league, that were in the Western Hockey League, they aren't playing. So they're playing some of them, but they aren't playing all of them. And the ones that are not playing, people don't go. Those people are lost.
No, good point, Sid. Take a break, come back.
If you guys could go on a free shopping spree anywhere, where would you go? I'd go to the grocery store. Pizza, ice cream. I'd go shop for clothes. You know where I go? I'd go to Ticket King. Ticket King! At Ticket King, you can buy great seats for the Vikings, the Wild, the Timberwolves, and of course the Twins. We love the Twins. Yep, this is where I go. Vikings, Twins, Wild, Timberwolves, Gophers, theater, and concerts too. For details, go to ticketkingonline.com. Any ticket, anytime, anywhere. It's the real thing. It's Ticket King. Right, Dad?
Couldn't have said it any better myself.
That's for sure.
change, Frank. Same time next week.
When it drives and looks like new, you'll want to treat it like new. Certified pre-owned by BMW.
Choose from 60 certified pre-owned BMWs at BMW of Minnetonka.
Take every step without hesitation. Anticipate your next move with certainty. Because our trusted advisors help you prepare for challenges specific to your business. Our focus is always on you, so your focus is always forward. Experience the power of being understood. RSM, Audit, Tax, and Consulting for the Middle Market.
Welcome back to the sports show. A couple minutes left, miscellaneous sports. Yesterday they had something, and we talk about basketball and is it popular or not. Hopkins played Apple Valley. Finally, the fire department came in, shut it down, made people leave at Minnetonka in this breakdown game. They had too many people. They had to stop the game and get people out so they could resume the game. Hopkins won 89-81.
Fire marshal?
Yeah, they literally, the fire marshal came in, isn't it?
They used to do that with the Blackhawks. When we played with the Blackhawks there.
You didn't oversell, did you? Tickets?
No, I'm talking about in Chicago.
Oh,
we would never do that. We wouldn't do that. Chicago did. They broke the doors down. Instead of 16,666, they figured they had 24,000 in there.
The pride of the city, though, the Gopher volleyball team. They're going to the Final Four, man. They
pretty good coach, huh?
Good team too.
Very good.
Volleyball team. They're going to have to move them to Williams Arena.
No.
They can't.
They love having that place packed. That's a great atmosphere.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
Keep it the way it is.
They moved the Gopher women's basketball team over there to their everlasting regret.
But they're going to do it.
No, they aren't.
No, they
And
won't.
St. Thomas, you saw yesterday, they're
St.
going
Thomas
to the championship game.
gets a shot at Mount Union. We'll
Should
see.
be a pretty good
They're
game.
really good.
Mr.
As I
St.
say,
Thomas.
they got the seminarian makes them pretty good. The guy who's going to be a priest.
Yeah,
He's
you
the
got that
biggest-
on your side going down.
He's the
there.
biggest St. Thomas
Time
fan.
now for you to look in that
Mr.
camera,
Ricey
and we
is
go
the
to sit on
biggest
Sid.
St.
Okay.
Thomas fan there is.
Well, he's Catholic.
Now he's even covering the championship.
Okay,
game.
look at that camera, though, and give us one final thought, a Sid Hartman thought. Go ahead.
I don't know about you.
Well, no, go ahead. What do you want to say?
That's what I said. I said Mr. Ricey is
That's your
becoming the
last thought?
biggest St. Thomas fan.
I just do what
now
the
he's
editor.
covering St. Thomas.
Unlike you, I do what the editor.
The Sports Show is brought to you in part by Cambria, makers of quality quartz surfaces. Ticket King. For the best price on tickets anywhere, try Ticket King. Soundpoint Audiology. Life is worth hearing. Escape MSP. The fastest 60 minutes of your life. RSM. This is the power of being understood. This is RSM. BMW of Minnetonka. Choose from 60 certified pre-owned BMWs at BMW of Minnetonka. And Bobby and Steve's Auto World. Go to BobbyandStevesAutoWorld.com for huge savings on everything from convenience store items to everything under the hood of your car.